What should you expect from your very first art exhibit? Hi, folks. This is Rosie at Always Rosie's Life, and I just came back from picking up some artwork in New Hampshire after a holiday exhibit. And on my way home, I was thinking about how nice it would be able to share with new artists what to expect in their very first exhibit. So this will be a fairly short video. I'll do a longer video on how to get into exhibits later and a little more information on what happens during an exhibit. But right now I'd like to give you a step-by-step on what you might be able to expect. First of all, the step-by-step, the first step is actually before the exhibit. Now, I'm going to assume you've already gotten into your first exhibit, you've already been accepted, and at this point, the gallery manager or the gallery owner will send you some sort of guideline or instruction on how they would like you to get your work to the gallery in order to begin the exhibit. Now, that may be a simple drop off. You may have to take your paintings or your sculptures in and then just land them in the gallery. And then the curator or the art manager is going to actually set up the exhibit itself. Other gallery owners like for you to come at a specific time with your work and help them and be a part of the curation and the hanging of artwork. Either way, you should have some instructions. If you don't get instructions and it's getting close to the exhibit, send an email or call the art gallery owner or the art manager, whoever your contact person is, and find out what is the best way to get your art to the gallery before the exhibit, before the opening. That's first and foremost. Now, all that artwork that you're taking, let's look at wall art for an example. It should be ready to hang. It should be ready to exhibit as far as hangers go, or stands, or something that's required for a standalone piece. Make sure it's ready to go. You should not be attaching D-rings after you drop off the art, sitting on the floor and attaching D-rings. Make sure everything is ready to hang. No sawtooth hangers on the backs of artwork. Use D-rings and hanging wire for sure. Now, number two, during the exhibit, what can you expect during the exhibit? There are often requests for artist talks or artist meetups. There might be a specific time period where the art gallery manager would like you to be there in order to chat with people who come in and come in and look at your work. So expect that. Again, if you don't know or if you can't find anything on your instruction sheet, ask. Don't hesitate to ask for instruction. Art gallery owners and art managers want the best for you, because the best for you is also the best for them, and they are just people. They get wrapped up in other things. They may forget to talk to you about that. If you haven't heard anything, let them know, this is my first exhibit and I'm really not sure what I should do. Please advise. Please give me some steps or instructions. They are just people. Remember that. Okay, now we are going to look at the exhibit itself. Let's assume that, or let's go to the exhibit itself, and you are there. You have done your meet and greet. You know about your work. You are able to talk to people about your work if they ask a question. Be open to feedback. The people who come in and look at your work are a cross section of the area. They're a cross section of the art community and of the local community. So you will be speaking to people who are completely immersed in the art industry. Some are professors of fine art, some are art collectors, some are art enthusiasts, And some are gallery owners. Other gallery owners come to exhibits to see what's out there. Let's see, find some new artists to put in our own galleries. So be prepared to answer questions, but be open to feedback. Every exhibit that I've had, I have come back with some valuable advice from someone who is in the art industry. I'm a newbie as well. I've only been full-time for less than a year. No, I'm sorry, a little bit over a year at this point. And every exhibit I look forward to speak to people who know more about the industry than I do. And it's a great place to talk to other artists. I'm sure you understand that artists are basically introverts, but they really do their work in private and they don't have a lot of feedback outside of their own family or their own guild. This is a fabulous venue in order to speak to other artists, find out what their successes, their best successes are, find out what they're struggling over so that you can be springboards for each other and support systems for each other. And I have also gained valuable friendships as a result of going to an exhibit and being a part of an exhibit. So be open to all that feedback. If you need to, after the exhibit, write down everything that you remember that has been said to you, even the negatives. And if you receive negative feedback, and all of us do, some oddball criticisms or statements that don't sit well with you, the perfect answer to that person is, thank you so much for your input, and thank you for coming to the exhibit. I really appreciate it. Let it go. Let it go. Shake it off. You know who you are. Your art is you, and be okay with that. Be open to feedback. Be open to positive, constructive feedback, but also understand that negative feedback, it can be taken, pondered, perhaps processed, but then let it go. All right, let's move on. Now, when it's all over, you've made it. It's all over, but it's not over. Now you have to pick up your artwork. You have to deal with whatever red dots you have gotten. You may or may not have made some sales. You may or may not have experienced the excitement of seeing a red dot on one of your paintings or your pieces of art. And it's fabulous if you did. But truly, the exhibit is not specifically about sales. It's about so much more. So when you pick up your artwork from the gallery or the venue where the exhibit was, ask the gallery owner or ask the art manager or curator for feedback. What did you hear? What did you experience about my art in this exhibit? Are there any suggestions that you can offer me for future exhibits? And another good question to ask, can I schedule another exhibit with you? Are you open to having another exhibit with my work? And move the process forward. The calendar continues, and you can move forward and look on your calendar and schedule exhibits for the future. This is a brand new year. There are brand new opportunities. So be open to those opportunities. And if you didn't have a sale, be proud and happy that you have experienced this exhibit, because you have come away with things. You've come away with exposure, with valuable exposure. If you are a new artist who has never been in an exhibit before, you've had eyes in front of your work that never could have happened if it wasn't for this exhibit. You've experienced connection, like I said, friends, people in the art industry, art collectors, art enthusiasts. You've pulled so much connection that will never go away. You never know when it's going to come back to you. And I will explain what I mean about that in a future video. But input Advice from professionals in the industry. Oh my gosh, again, I can't tell you how much I learned by listening to other people. And you have an exhibit under your belt now. You can, if you have a website, make sure you have that exhibit logged into your website so that people who come to look at your work know that you already have experience in exhibits. And sales, perhaps, let's hope, but that, again, that is not the first thing that you look for. Everything else is so important in your first exhibit, and the sales are just a cherry on top. And then, most of all, an exhibit gives you motivation to continue in your art. You are a creative. You are already successful because you have put yourself out there and challenged yourself to get into your very first exhibit. Kudos to you. Now, I am getting ready to go on a road trip, and I'm going to take you with me. I may not hit every single day. I'm waiting for the house sitter as we speak. But on the road, I'm hoping to share a few things, and I will definitely create some videos when I'm on the West Coast. I hope to see you there. Please like and subscribe, and keep following me. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.